Start your engines!
Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to North Wilkesboro Speedway. I'm Aaron Johnson with the Johnson iRacing team, bringing you today's event. It is the Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends from North Wilkesboro. This is the Summer Spectacular in the TDR universe. Tyler Daniels Racing is a diverse community that prides itself on being inclusive to all members, regardless of background, history, or ability. TDR has a charitable focus. We're about giving. We've held charity races for the Iowa Food Bank, the Wyoming County Animal Shelter, and most recently, the Drive to Stay Alive 200 to benefit mental health awareness. We also have reached out to help individuals in their times of need. Tyler Daniels Racing members care about each other. We're a big family. Yeah, sometimes we squabble, but we really look out for each other in racing and in life. We pride ourselves on exciting, intense, clean iRacing leagues in action. No matter your skill level or interest, TDR has something for you. Asphalt, dirt, road courses, oval, NASCAR, IndyCar, Legends Car. If you can race it on the iRacing platform, you can bet that one of the TDR leagues will incorporate that for you. Well, it is going to be an interesting race today from North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. 60 laps here. It's going to be a great race in these Legends cars. The season has been quite exciting. The points leader is Eric Sellers. We're going to have a look at the starting lineup and see exactly what's going to happen this afternoon at North Wilkesboro. Starting in the 14th spot in car number 71, that is Sonia Fonseca racing out of the Virginias region. Starting in the 13th spot in car number 61, that is Keith Fonseca. That's the Nerds Legends car. Keith also from the Virginias. Starting in the 12th spot in car number 25, that's the man himself, Tyler Daniels. He's in the TDR Legends car, Tyler racing out of Clinton, New York. Starting in the 11th spot in car number 16, that is Fish Fisher in the admin box car, Fish from Long Island, New York. Starting in the 10th spot in car number 35, that is Mike Matherly. Matherly in the VRS Legends car racing out of Hampstead, North Carolina. Starting in the 9th spot in car number 88, he's going to show up on your screen as a second car 71, but on your telemetry, he's going to be car number 88. That is Steve Mullins. Mullins in the 71 car running out of Virginia. Starting in the 8th spot in car number 47, that is Will Brinkley. Brinkley out of the Mid-South region. Starting in the 7th spot in car number 66, that's the ghost car of Bob Burlew. Burlew runs with us out of Whiting, New Jersey. In the 6th spot in car number 96, that's David Tremblay in the Sellers Trackmaster Racing Legends car. Tremblay out of Toledo, Ohio. Your top 5 starters now. Starting in the 5th spot in car number 57, that's Jim Love. Love in the Suicide Prevention Awareness car racing out of Kannapolis, North Carolina. In the 4th starting spot, that's car number 97, Eric Sellers. Sellers in the Sellers Insulation Admin Box car out of Kentucky. Starting 3rd in car number 2, that's the Cobra Kai Legends car of Adam Rickey. Rickey out of Maine. Starting on the front row outside in car number 2, that's Mike Margota. Mike in the Hellman's Mayonnaise car racing out of Florida. And on the pole in car number 363, that is Lee Walker. Sorry about that. That's Michael Margota's in car number 3. Walker in 363. That's the Camden Town Brewery car. Walker racing with us out of Dorset, England. Ought to be a great race today. Lee Walker laid down a blistering qualifying lap to take the pole. Mike Margota, a newcomer to the series, in his first run with the group, qualifies second. Going to start on that front row outside. Adam Rickey, always a car to watch. Rickey very quick. Is the leader all-time in victories in the Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends series. To his outside, that's Eric Sellers in the 97. These 4 cars to watch. Pace car is in. Green flag is out. Lee Walker hammers the throttle. He's going to lead the field to green. It's going to be Lee Walker out front, followed by Adam Rickey, as Rickey's going to take the inside line and try to make his way past Mike Margota. Margota drives into the corner deep, uses that high line to get some momentum right on Lee Walker's back bumper. Margota stays to the outside. It'll still be Rickey in second, Margota third. Eric Sellers in the 4th spot with David Tremblay now in 5th. These 5 cars out front, Lee Walker on the outside. Adam Rickey has managed to get position on the inside line. Adam Rickey's going to go by. It's going to be Rickey making the pass on Lee Walker. They're 3 wide, coming out at 4. Walker dives back down to the inside, gets position on Adam Rickey. Rickey pulls past as he goes into turn number 1. Adam Rickey drives that car in deep. He's going to hang on to the lead. Lee Walker will be in second. Eric Sellers now works to the inside of the 3 of Michael Margota. Sellers trying to make the pass with David Tremblay just behind Sellers. It's 5 cars racing hard here. A group of about 7 or 8 pulling away, a slight gap between that group and the 35 of Mike Matherly. Eric Sellers really starting to fall back from the 2 of Adam Rickey. Rickey beginning to pull away. A little internet lag there as Rickey's car disappears. Adam Rickey now with about a 6 or 7 car length lead over the 97 of Eric Sellers. Rickey beginning to put some distance between himself and the rest of the field. Adam Rickey, the all-time leader in wins in the Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends. We see David Tremblay getting sideways. Tremblay very nearly went around, and the field is slowing. Caution is out. On lap number 5 of 60, caution is out. David Tremblay very nearly got sideways. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to bring out the yellow flag. Here's a replay that'll maybe give us some insight. We'll go back and take a look. We can see Tremblay gets a little sideways. Just his outside. That looks like the 47 of Will Brinkley. Brinkley got sideways, and boy, Bob Burlew took a heck of a ride. Burlew barrel rolling several times and bouncing over the wall in that ghost car. So a spin involving the 47 of Will Brinkley collects Bob Burlew in the 66. Burlew then takes a wild ride. Let's have a look at that from Bob Burlew's in-car camera and take a look at what it's like to ride along with those barrel rolls. There's Burlew. You can see him move up to the high side, the 46. Oh, and Burlew caught the fence on the fly. And then the car just begins to tumble. You can see Burlew going over the fence there and then landing on all 4s. Quite the wreck. Bob Burlew taking a wild ride down the front straightaway. The good thing about virtual racing is that in an incident like that, there's no harm, no foul. Nobody gets hurt. And you press a button and the car is repaired. Adam Rickey leads. We are 7 laps into a 60-lap event in the Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends from North Wilkesboro Speedway in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. Rickey out front. Eric Sellers has moved into that 2nd spot. Lee Walker is in 3rd. Michael Margota, after starting on the front row outside, has dropped back to 4th with David Tremblay 5th, Matherly 6th, Fisher 7th, Fonseca 8th. That's Keith Fonseca 8th. Steve Mullins in 9th, and Tyler Daniels in the 10th spot. Tyler Daniels Racing League of Legends is a fixed setup league. These drivers racing exactly the same setup, all the cars set up to be equal. The advantage here is in how you care for your equipment and what your strategy may be in the pits, the lines that you take. So equal cars, hopefully bringing the best drivers to the front. The league runs at 9 a.m. on Saturdays. 9 a.m. Eastern Time. That would be 8 Central, 7 Mountain, and 6 Pacific. It is an early league on a Saturday. But if you're interested, go to tylerdracing.com and ask to join a league. You also need to make sure you're a member of the Tyler Daniels Racing Facebook page. That's how we kind of track who's there and get messages out. Lights are off on the pace car. Field is 2x2. Adam Rickey leads the field into turn number 3. The restart will be at the discretion of the leader, so Adam Rickey is going to be able to determine the pace of this restart. Pace car is in. Rickey hammers the throttle. They come down the front straightaway. Rickey gets a nice jump. Eric Sellers also gets a nice jump. They put a little distance between themselves and the 363 of Lee Walker. Rickey out front, Sellers second. That's the 3 of Michael Margota making a pass on the high side. Margota moves into the 3rd spot. Lee Walker runs 4th with David Tremblay 5th and Mike Matherly in the 6th spot. Just behind them, Keith Fonseca has worked his way into 7th. Looks like we're having some issue with our telemetry. We're just going to let that go. We can see that maybe we can put some different telemetry on the screen here. Let me see what I can do with the telemetry. We'll get you some different telemetry on the screen here. I apologize for this, folks, but that is the nature of the business sometimes. You just end up having some issues. We watch Adam Rickey leads. We can see Eric Sellers in second. That's the 3 of Mike Margota in third as we continue to try to deal with this telemetry issue. And our telemetry issue seems to be solved now. We're on lap number 14 of 60. Adam Rickey with the lead. Eric Sellers in second. That's the 3 of Margota in third. Lee Walker fourth. David Tremblay in the 5th spot. These 5 cars now beginning to break away from Mike Matherly in 6th. Behind Matherly, it's Fonseca, Fisher, Mullins, and Daniels, the top 10, with Will Brinkley, Bob Burlew, Jim Love, and Sonia Fonseca rounding out the field. Out front, Eric Sellers putting some pressure on the 2 of Rickey as Sellers and Rickey come out of turn 4 onto the front straightaway with Margota and Lee Walker just behind them. David Tremblay in the 5th spot. These 5 cars, the quickest cars on the field right now as the leaders begin to pull away from the rest of the pack. Let's have a look at how they run on the speedway. Out front, that is the 2 of Adam Rickey, the Cobra Kai car. Just behind Rickey in the 97, that is Eric Sellers. Sellers in the 2nd spot. Then just behind Sellers in the 3 car, that is Michael Margota. Margota currently in the 3rd spot. Behind him, that's the 363 of Lee Walker. Lee Walker, a past champion of the TDR League of Legends. And behind Walker, that is the 96 of David Tremblay. Tremblay currently runs 5th, also a past champion of TDR leagues. Tremblay has won, I think it was the Xfinity League that David won, and maybe as well the TDR League of Legends. So multiple-time champion in David Tremblay. Behind Tremblay, that's the 35 of Mike Matherly. Matherly, a past champion of the United States Racing League Legends Series. Matherly running currently in the 6th spot. Then behind Matherly, that's the 16 of Fisher. Fisher caught up, catching up to the pack here. Don doing a nice job here, running currently in the 7th spot. Then behind Fisher, that's the 47 of Will Brinkley. Brinkley caught up in that earlier incident with Bob Burlew. Burlew just behind him in the 66. Burlew currently shown in the 9th spot. Just behind Bob Burlew, that's the 71 of Steve Mullins. Mullins showing up on your telemetry as car number 88. But on your screen is that blue and gray car number 71. And just behind them, that's the 57 of Jim Love. Love currently running in the 11th spot. Love racing out of Kannapolis, North Carolina. Just behind Jim Love, that is the man himself, Tyler Daniels in car 25. Daniels currently shown in the 12th spot. And then behind Daniels, the next car on the speedway, the 61 of Keith Fonseca. Fonseca currently being shown in the 13th position. Then behind Keith Fonseca, that is Sonia Fonseca, currently running in 14th. Last car on the lead lap. After we get past Sonia Fonseca, we're back around to the front of the pack with Adam Rickey in the lead, followed by the 97 of Eric Sellers with Margota 3rd, Lee Walker 4th. These 4 cars now beginning to pull away slightly from the 96 of David Tremblay. Tremblay currently sitting in the 5th spot. We are 22 laps into a 60-lap race. Adam Rickey with the lead in the TDR League of Legends. Rickey, very quick race car, does a nice job of taking care of tires on these cars. My experience has been with the Legends cars, they're very tire sensitive. Anything you do to abuse the tires early in a run comes back to haunt you late. So taking good care of tires is a key component to winning a race in these Legends Series cars. Adam Rickey, a master at caring for his equipment. Rickey out front. The 97 of Sellers in 2nd. Margota 3rd. Lee Walker 4th. They're closing in on the lapped car here. That's going to be Sonia Fonseca. She is the last car on the lead lap. But the leaders are coming, and they are coming quickly. Fonseca will have to deal with the leaders here quickly. Adam Rickey going to have to find his way around lap traffic. Sonia Fonseca pulling up high, giving the leaders plenty of room, and they go by. That'll put Fonseca a lap down. Adam Rickey continuing to lead. We are 25 laps into a 60-lap event. Adam Rickey is out front in that Cobra Kai Legends car. Rickey racing out of Maine, a former racer in the real world. Has done a little technical inspection work as well. Adam Rickey, a deep background in racing. Rickey out front. Eric Sellers in 2nd. Michael Margota 3rd. Lee Walker in 4th. Walker also with some racing experience over in the UK. So Lee Walker with some real-world racing experience. Adam Rickey has done a little racing as well. Looks like caution is out. Caution on the speedway. We're on lap 27 of 60. Adam Rickey leads. Eric Sellers is in the second spot. Interesting thought here. Will they come in to take tires at the halfway point? Tires really important on these cars. You drop off about a second a lap, and the leaders will come in. Adam Rickey's going to come in. Sellers is in. Margota is in. Lee Walker is in the 363. Looked to me like Trumbley's in. The 47 of Will Brinkley is in. Who else is going to come in with this group? Looks like pretty much everyone's going to pit. Bob Burlew has chosen to stay out. Tyler Daniels has chosen to stay out. Looks like Keith Fonseca will stay out. Otherwise, everyone else is in the pits. We'll see who wins this battle off of pit road. It looks like Lee Walker is getting rear tires. Looks like Eric Sellers is going to win the battle off pit road. Eric Sellers, the first car out. So Sellers beats Adam Rickey out of the pits. Let's see if we can have a look at what brought out this caution. Looks like our telemetry is working again, so we're going to pull this telemetry back over. Actually, yeah, looks like our telemetry is working again, so we're going to pull that telemetry back over, and we're going to have a look at what brought out this caution. So caution number 2, looks like Sonia Fonseca got up high into the wall trying to let people by and slid down the inside, collected Fisher. Looks like Fonseca collected Fisher. Don Fisher nowhere to go. Sorry, Fisher nowhere to go. Let's look at that from Fish's perspective. See, Fish catches air, hard roll there. Wild ride on the wild side for Fisher. See if we can't get this telemetry issue squared away. Bob Burlew currently being shown as the leader. Bob out front in that 66 after an earlier incident resulted in a spectacular crash for Burlew. Burlew runs out front. He has chosen not to take tires. Tyler Daniels in second. Keith Fonseca currently shown in the third spot. Those 3 cars on older tires. The Legends car is very tire sensitive. At the halfway point, I would guess these 3 cars are going to be sitting ducks. I don't see them holding the leaders off for long. Interesting strategy here. TDR point system for League of Legends doesn't pay points for leading a lap, so leading a lap here doesn't have a bonus, at least not in the Summer Spectacular. So the choice to stay out, interesting. Bob Burlew choosing to stay out, lead some laps, maybe trying to get some track position and hoping that another caution will come as the cars have been bunched up. You know, the old saying is that cautions breed cautions, and that could certainly happen. Lights are off on the pace car. The field heads into turn number 3. We are at the halfway point. Bob Burlew is the leader. The pace car is in. Burlew will control the start. They come out of turn number 3. Burlew hammers the throttle. Bob Burlew is going to lead the field to the green. Burlew's out front. Tyler Daniels on the outside. Eric Sellers is coming. He's already made short work of Keith Fonseca. Sellers going by Burlew on the high side. Eric Sellers with that 97 car flies around the high line. Now looks as he goes past Burlew. Adam Rickey is coming as well. Sellers looking to the inside of Tyler Daniels. Eric Sellers is going to make the pass and take the lead. Eric Sellers is out front. It's Sellers 1, Daniels 2. Adam Rickey's kind of caught back in traffic a bit. That's giving Eric Sellers a little bit of room to move forward, and we're seeing some issues again with our telemetry. So this telemetry is kind of being a problem. Let's see if we can pull this down just a little. Hopefully this will clear up. Eric Sellers out front. Adam Rickey is in the second spot. Tyler Daniels now third. Daniels trying to hold on to that third spot as Eric Sellers tries to stretch out the lead. Sellers and Rickey pulling away. It looks like the 363 of Lee Walker has made a pass. Walker's moved back into the third spot. Just behind him, that looks like the 47 of Will Brinkley. Brinkley now in fourth as the leaders gambling on old tires did not pay off. Sellers, Rickey, Walker, Brinkley, those cars flying past this group on older tires as Eric Sellers begins to stretch out the lead on Adam Rickey. Sellers about 3.5 car lengths ahead of the Cobra Kai car. Eric Sellers running a nice race. He comes down the back straightaway. 25 laps to go. Sellers through the center of 3 and 4, now coming out of 4 onto the front straightaway. Eric Sellers with the lead. Adam Rickey trying to close. Lee Walker also trying to close. 24 laps to go. Eric Sellers beginning to pull away from the rest of the field. Sellers leads the field. 24 laps to go. Eric Sellers doing a nice job in car number 97. Let's have another look at how they run on the speedway. Out front, that is Eric Sellers in the 97. Just behind Sellers, that is the 2 of Adam Rickey. Rickey currently being shown in the second spot. Then just behind Rickey, that's the 363 of Lee Walker. Walker with a little bit of internet lag. Walker in the Camden Town Brewery car, currently shown in the third spot. Then behind Walker, that's the 47 of Compton. Compton moving up into the fourth spot after starting. Where did Compton start? Looks like he started, not Compton, Brinkley. Brinkley started in the 8th spot. Then behind Will Brinkley, that's the 3 of Mike Margota. Margota currently being shown in 5th, with the 35 of Mike Matherly just behind him. Matherly currently running in the 6th spot. Behind Mike Matherly, that's the 96 of David Tremblay. Tremblay has dropped all the way back to 7th. And behind Tremblay, the next car on the speedway is the 25 of Tyler Daniels. He is battling wheel to wheel with the 66 of Bob Burlew. Those two cars on older tires. Daniels and Burlew battling for the 8th spot. Looks like Burlew's going to take that position and relegate Tyler Daniels into 9th. Behind Daniels is the 16 of Fisher. Fisher currently being shown in the 12th spot, 1 lap down. Then behind Fisher, that's the 71. He shows up on the Celebrities 88. That's Steve Mullins. Mullins 1 lap down in 13th. Keith Fonseca in the 61. He's currently 10th. Jim Love in the 57 is the last car on the lead lap. Love currently being shown in 11th. Behind Love, we're around to Sonia Fonseca. Fonseca struggling a bit here. Currently shown 1 lap down in 14th. Next car on the speedway will be the 97 of Eric Sellers. Sellers with the lead, 19 laps to go. Eric Sellers running up front in that Sellers Insulation Admin Box Legends car. Sellers down the back straightaway, doing a very nice job here, keeping that lead pretty steady at about 4.5 car lengths over the 2 of Adam Rickey. Sellers got out of the pits first and is using that clean air and clean racetrack to his advantage. Eric Sellers with the lead, followed by Rickey and Lee Walker. Will Brinkley beginning to fail just a little bit. That car beginning to fade ever so slightly as Eric Sellers holding a blistering pace to lead the field. Behind them, Mike Margota runs in the 5th spot. You can just see him in the back. That's the yellow car. You'll see him coming into the corner, or maybe next time around you can see him. Here he is. So there's Margota, and the white car just behind Margota that was up at the top of your screen, that's Mike Matherly. Matherly currently in the 6th spot. A lot of excellent drivers in the TDR League of Legends. Eric Sellers, always a threat to win a race. Adam Rickey, always a threat. Lee Walker, always a threat to win a race. These 3 guys, you see them work their way to the front often. David Tremblay generally is in the front as well. Tremblay struggling a little bit today. I'm not sure what's going on there. So Tremblay really struggling a bit at North Wilkesboro. Out front, Sellers closing in on the 71 of Sonia Fonseca, looking to put Fonseca 2 laps down, and he does. Eric Sellers goes by on the low side. Fonseca keeps that car up high and lets the leaders pass, giving him a lot of room. One of the great things about Tyler Daniels racing leagues in general is good racing etiquette. Drivers try to give each other room, try to take some responsibility when they do make mistakes. It's racing. You're pushing cars hard, even if it's in the virtual space. So you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to cause some accidents. But you take ownership of that, learn from it, and move on. We encourage that in TDR. We encourage drivers to be, to have some ethics, to take a little pride and to take some responsibility. Out front, Eric Sellers leads. Looks like Adam Rickey is starting to push to run Sellers down a bit. He's shrunk that lead to maybe 3 car lengths, as Adam Rickey starting to push with 12 to go to see if he can't catch Eric Sellers and make a late race pass to take the win. Rickey really beginning to close now. He's about 2.5 car lengths back. Lee Walker right on Adam Rickey's back bumper. Sellers stretches the lead as he comes out of turn number 2. Now into the middle of 3 and 4, we can see Adam Rickey moving into the picture. Rickey and Lee Walker both trying to find their way to Eric Sellers, and it looks like Will Brinkley also doing a nice job. Brinkley about 4 car lengths back of Lee Walker. running in the 4th spot. Walker looks to the high side of Adam Rickey. These two cars racing side by side, that can do nothing but help the 97 of Sellers, as we can see Lee Walker trying to find his way past. Doesn't have enough race car to get by on the high side, but it did cost Adam Rickey about maybe 2 car lengths. Rickey dropped back now to about 4.5 car lengths back, as Eric Sellers, the beneficiary of the 2nd and 3rd place car, doing a little racing. We see Keith Fonseca slow on the inside. So Fonseca not at speed. Don't know what was happening there as the leaders flash by. Out front, it's Eric Sellers. There are 8 laps to go. Sellers with the lead. He's trying to hold off Adam Rickey. Rickey had been closing that gap, but Lee Walker made a run on the outside. Adam Rickey lost a little ground. Looks like Eric Sellers is going to stay out front with 8 to go. Sellers with about a 5-car length advantage over the 2 of Adam Rickey. Then just behind Rickey, that's the 363 of Lee Walker. Walker currently being shown in the 3rd spot. Behind Walker, it's Mike Margota and Will Brinkley. Brinkley in 4th, Margota in 5th, and Mike Matherly is 6th. David Tremblay 7th. Jim Love has worked his way into the 8th spot after dropping all the way to 13th. Bob Burlew's in 9th, and Tyler Daniels now is in 10th, as we see Walker looking to the inside of Adam Rickey now. Let's zoom in on that battle as Lee Walker is trying to make the pass on Adam Rickey. This is going to help Eric Sellers hold that lead. Rickey drives in deep on the outside, tries to hang on, but Lee Walker tries to slide past on the inside. They are side by side coming out of the turn. They come out onto the the front straightaway. Lee Walker side by side with Adam Rickey. Rickey making that high line work as Lee Walker and Adam Rickey battle. That's going to allow the 97 of Eric Sellers to pull away. Walker trying to make the pass, can't quite get it done. Eric Sellers leads. Adam Rickey on the outside drives deep into the corner as they come out of the turn, trying to hang on. Lee Walker looks like he's got a fender ahead. Now Rickey comes back on the outside as they get to the flag. It's going to be Adam Rickey in 2nd, just by a nose. Lee Walker really pushing hard now to get past. Walker does a little bit of a slide job, and he's got the position. Lee Walker, Adam Rickey crosses over onto the inside. Rickey tries to take that position back. Lee Walker driving hard on the outside, hoping to use the momentum to get past Adam Rickey. Can't get it done. Rickey goes back by on the inside. There are 3 to go. Adam Rickey trying to take that 2nd position back from Lee Walker. Rickey out of turn 2 onto the back straightaway. A little internet lag from Walker. Walker coming back on the outside, using the momentum of that high line. Walker drives into turn number 3 hard. Rickey right down on the apron. The low side is the short side. He gets past. Lee Walker looks back to the inside one more time, trying to make a move on Adam Rickey. He's not going to get it done. There are 2 laps to go. Eric Sellers is the lead. He is pulled away from Adam Rickey and Lee Walker as those 2 cars battled. Eric Sellers all by himself out front. The only thing that'll keep Eric Sellers from winning this race is a mistake or an accident. It's the white flag for Eric Sellers as he goes down into turn number 1 for the final time. Sellers off of 2 down the back straightaway, ran a nearly flawless race, took the lead by doing a better job in the pits. Now through the center of 3 and 4, Eric Sellers comes out of turn number 4. He's going to be your winner, folks. Eric Sellers in the Sellers Insulation admin box car is going to take home the victory. Looks like Adam Rickey is going to finish up 2nd with Lee Walker in the 3rd spot. Will Brinkley will come home 4th. Mike Margota will finish 5th with Mike Matherly in 6th. David Tremblay 7th. Jim Love in 8th. Bob Burlew will be in the 9th spot. And rounding out the top 10 will be Tyler Daniels himself. A great race from North Wilkesboro Speedway. Eric Sellers took advantage of the pit strategy and made that work to his advantage. Adam Rickey came out of the pit 2nd, finished 2nd. Quite a battle with Lee Walker over the last half a dozen laps to see who was going to take home that 2nd position. That's going to do it for this event, this edition of the TDR League of Legends from North Wilkesboro. For the Johnson iRacing team on the Johnson iRacing Network, this is Aaron Johnson saying, go fast, turn left, have fun.